Microphone unmuted. Speech off.
Hey guys, so this is Bree Kitty, aka Bree, and for those of you that is new, my name is Bree. I go by Bree Kitty on here. I am a blind individual, so you may hear my voiceover speak whenever I turn it on to see if there's anybody join or any comments up or etc. So um, I know I was supposed to come on here and do a funny live with my friends and etc., but I wanted to change things up a bit. However, we will be doing that funny live tomorrow afternoon, so it's okay. But I wanted to basically change things up a bit today. And I'm just going to say this is a special live that is dedicated to the blind community itself. And I'm just going to express myself because I feel like this needs to be addressed. Maybe there's some people out there that agree with me what I'm about to say, but there has been a lot of people in the blind community, which I would not name names. I'm not going to name drop, but there has been a lot of people in the blind community who has been threatening each other. I'm not saying your normal threats like, oh, I'm going to hit you or I'm going to embarrass you. I'm talking about threats as in, just life threatening threats. And if there's children around you, I recommend, before I go any further, I recommend that you don't be around your kids listening to this live, that you send them in their rooms, you put headphones on, whatever the case may be. There has been a lot of people saying they want to do, you know, I'm going to just code it like they want to hurt each other, if you catch my drift. And I just want to say that life is too short to want to hurt somebody in that way. You know, I really feel like if you have a problem with somebody, you should, block the person or try to talk it out with that person, but never use violence. Because there is a lot of people that, commit. And, that's why I say you got to be careful with certain things that you say. Like, I can get mad at somebody, for example, but you would never hear me say I want to physically hurt someone or stuff like that because life is too short to want to do that to somebody, and you never know when it is that person's last time on earth. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, you see all these plane crashes, you see, all this stuff, it crashes, the roof collapsing, and all this stuff. I mean, it is a time where we need to get our life right because you never know when God is going to come back. And I'm not trying to get religious of anybody, but I'm just stating the truth. You never know when God's going to come back and take his children to heaven. So I really feel like, if there's any blind person out there or anybody, I'm just gonna say, please stop with all the violence because it's not right to want to say, oh, I want to do this to this person, I want to do this to that person. It's not right to do that. We're supposed to be a community, not going against one another, and I feel like that's why some of the sighted community, they don't want to be around us because they know how some of us act. They know that some of us act like children, and that's why they treat us the way they treat us. You know, how can we say we want respect from the sighted community if we can't even respect each other in the blind community? And I think it's just really messed up how we treat one another, how people treat one another, how people hold grudges on one another. Life is too short to be wanting to hold grudges. So I'm going to see if there's anybody that's watching the live so you're going to hear my voiceover.
Speech on. Switch camera. Button. Welcome to live chat. Manjeet Dalone. Hi. Button.
Hi, Wanji Alone. I think I'm pronouncing your name right.
Vita Boy 65. Hello.
And Vita Boy 69.
Vita Boy 65. True. Chat options. Button. Speech off.
Thank you guys for watching this live. Like I said, I'm not trying to give no lectures, and I hope that I am pronouncing y'all guys' name right, because my voiceover, it pronounces the names differently, so pardon that if you guys hear my voiceover pronounce your name wrong. But in all seriousness, I really feel like, us as the blind community need to do better, because I'm not perfect either. I said some things that I'm not proud of, but at the same time, you would never hear me say, I want to do this to this person, I want to do that to that person, because if I don't want that stuff done to me, I don't want to wish that stuff on other people, you know? So I'm just going to say, for all of my blind people out there, we all need to do better and work on ourselves. And if anybody in the blind community have a grudge on somebody, y'all need to let it go and move on, because life is too short for all of this crap. Pardon my language, but it is. It really, really is. So if anybody have any comments, you could put your comments down. I know usually it takes a long time for this live stream to upload, so I guess whenever it's done uploading, depending on sometime tomorrow or whatever, you can put your comments there too. But please continue to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Bree Kitty. There's a lot of different content on there. Hope you guys enjoy it, from the latest tea to the old tea to the funny videos and etc. Please continue to show my homegirl Six of Keys, aka Diamond, some love on her YouTube channel. Please continue to subscribe to the Blind Coffee Man and also the Awesome Family and Doing Everything Blind. Again, stay tuned for tomorrow afternoon, where I will be doing a funny live with my friends and stuff that was on here last time. And if you guys haven't seen my relationship talk live stream, please check that out as well. Hope you guys enjoy that. And yeah, so I will be back on here tomorrow afternoon. Thank you so much for watching this live stream. Like I said, I really felt like this needed to be addressed, because there has been so many things going on in the world, and it's really, really sad and sickening with things that's going on. And I feel like us as a blind community need to act like a community and, stop holding grudges on each other. Let's all be there for each other, not tear each other down. That's how I feel about it. So, like I said, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really means a lot. And I hope all of you guys have a lovely night, a lovely day, wherever you may be located. And thanks for watching. And you're going to hear my voiceover again, so pardon that.
Speech on. Creator tools. But share. But creator chat on. Vita Boy 65. True. Button. Chat on. Creator tool. Share. Share. Button. Share. Button. Create chat. Vita Boy. Manjeet. Welcome to live chat. Switch camera. Microphone on. Enable retalk. Microphone unmuted.